So I really like that they put this little card in. Oh my God. The rare, God, I can't. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is another fragrance review, something I've been wanting to try for a while, but a lot of them are always sold out. But I did get my hands on this one. It is the Edition Rare Veni by HISTOIRES de PARFUMS. This is a fragrance house that I've been really interested in, but I just haven't gotten anything from them yet until now. This is my first purchase from them. In this line, they have 3 different golds. They have the rose gold, the white gold, and then the yellow gold. So the Veni is the yellow gold. It comes really, really beautifully packaged. It comes like this. And this is what I would consider like their rollerball size or their travel fragrance size. But it comes like this. It kind of looks like a book, and the packaging is just really chic and different. And then you just open it up and it's a really beautiful reveal. It opens up to reveal the fragrance. And I really, really love their packaging and their design of this fragrance, because rollerball or a travel size spray from other brands, usually they're round or like square. This one's a really unique shape, so it kind of sets it apart. And it's like an elongated rectangle, and it's really, really stunning. So I really like that they put this little card in here. It has all 3 listed, and then it also lists all of the notes of all 3, which is quite nice there on the back. All 3 of these fragrances are unisex, and a lot of their fragrances, I think most of them, or if not all of them, are unisex, which if you guys know me, you know that I love a unisex fragrance. I think it's some of the best. So we're gonna go over the notes for this. So in the top notes, we have cardamom absolute, we have cinnamon, we have galbanum, and we have lavender. So those are the top notes. And the mid notes, or the heart notes, are going to be carnation, saffron, and wood. And then the base notes, we're going to have vanilla, toffee, patchouli, musk, and ambergris. It's really funny because a lot of these notes that HISTOIRES de PARFUMS uses, such as like ambergris and galbanum, those are really old fragrance ingredients that I've realized that from researching and finding some vintage fragrances, those are actual ingredients that are listed in those notes as well. So this kind of reminds me of like some vintage fragrances. If you want to see this video here, me and my friend James actually went through and tested an old vintage fragrance nib. They actually use a couple of the same ingredients in that, and I realized that a lot of the fragrances around that time frame also use things like ambergris and galbanum. And when I researched that video, I didn't even know what these ingredients were. So we kind of go into it more in depth there and kind of go over what those are, because they aren't well known or much used ingredients in fragrance nowadays. So definitely check out that video if you're confused, or if you kind of want to know about more like what the actual ingredients are, because they are super weird names, and at first I didn't even know how to say them. I still barely know how to say them. It's listed as a musky floral, which it definitely has musk and floral notes in there, and I do get the musk and the floral, but it also has this really good depth and sweetness and kind of spiciness, I think, from the cardamom and the cinnamon, the absolute and the toffee, the saffron and the vanilla. So it's not just a musky floral. It definitely has some depth and some spice in there as well. Let me just see. These are absolute eau de perfume sprays, so they should last really well on the skin. Ugh, my God. It's really, really good. From what I heard about this brand in general, I did not expect anything less, but I'm just gonna say what I don't think people want to hear and what you're not really supposed to say, but I really do think, especially with fragrance, you get what you pay for. And I'm sorry, but that just is what it is. Like, I've smelled a lot of dupes, a lot of these cheaper brands that are like nipping at the heels of these extraordinary fragrance makers, and they might smell similar on first appeal, but there is just something about these expertly crafted fragrances from niche houses that you just can't duplicate that. I'm telling you, it cannot be done. And if it is done, they're using cheaper ingredients that are going to last less time on the skin. They're not going to develop the same, because that's how fragrance notes work, is that they really, you get the first notes on initial spray within the first hour of wear, and then it opens up to like the mid notes or the hard notes, and then the end is like the base notes. You'll smell it hours later, and it changes and develops like a story. And I just don't believe that cheaper fragrance brands, sure, they might be fine, like the body sprays, whatever, and I'm not saying that there aren't some good ones out there, but I am saying that they do not develop like fragrances like this develop. I am telling you. And that smells so damn good. Like, this is sexy. It's warm and spicy and cozy and just really, really intoxicating. This is the kind of fragrance that when you're wearing it, someone chases you down to ask what you're wearing, because it's really, really unique, and it's really strong, but not in an overpowering or offensive way. It's just a very captivating and very, oh, it's just really, really good. And it's really hard to explain because of the notes. It's really specific notes and really old fragrance notes that it's just, you don't find them anymore. They're not, fragrance brands are not using this type of ingredient anymore. So I think that's what gives it that differentness and that, I don't know, something. It's something different. So this is my favorite part. Let's just quickly go over who would wear this fragrance. In my opinion, the person that would wear this fragrance is sexy and mysterious and intoxicating, captivating, charming, glamorous, very glamorous, maybe with some vintage flair because of the old ingredients that are in there, the old notes. This fragrance would be very, very good on any woman, like I've just explained, or any very, very distinguished man. Like, I imagine like the silver foxes that look very, very sharp in tailored suits, maybe with lots of tattoos, would wear this. This is like, it's a very interesting fragrance, and I really, really like it. So this is definitely going to be one of my go-to party fragrances. It's definitely something that I would throw on for any party, anywhere where I'm gonna wear anything glamorous or sexy, and somewhere where I wanna feel captivating. And like when I walk into the room, I want everyone to turn their head. That's when I would wear this fragrance. I cannot wait to get my hands on more from this brand. I would love to smell all of Histoire de Parfum at this point. If they're making fragrances like this, and I just got this one little travel size, companies do not make fragrances like this anymore. And the ambergris in there, really, you can smell that for sure. And you really should watch my other video. Maybe I'll do a whole video on this, but that's a very, very difficult ingredient to get. And I'm so surprised that there's even a current perfumer that is making any fragrances with this in it right now. Yeah, very, very exciting, very interesting. Highly, highly recommend. Let me know who I should do next. Bye.